Welcome to the Specialty Products Company installation video for the 88920 Toyota front offset camber and caster adjusting kit. This part should only be installed by personnel who have the necessary skill, training, and tools to do the job correctly and safely. Incorrect installation can result in personal injury, vehicle damage, or loss of vehicle control. These offset bearing kits provide 3 degrees of camber change or caster change for non-adjustable Toyota Landcruiser 80 Series and Lexus LX450s with solid front axles. These vehicles are prone to caster loss when lifted, making this vehicle perfect for adding caster to restore return to center and improve tracking. Before beginning, check for loose or worn parts, proper tire pressure, and odd tire wear patterns. Replace any loose or worn parts. Current alignment readings and specifications are needed to properly install this kit. Raise vehicle and support axle. Remove wheel and tire assembly. Follow factory service procedures. Remove caliper and secure and keep pressure off the brake hose. Disconnect tie rod end and drag link from steering arm. Remove steering arm from bottom of the knuckle assembly. Remove bearing dust cap, then the C-clip located on the axle. Remove the flange to hub attaching bolts and cone washers. Carefully remove the drive flange and drive flange gasket. Remove wheel bearing lock nut and lock washer. Then remove the adjusting nut, thrust washer, and wheel bearing. Finally, remove the brake rotor hub assembly. Remove 8 bolts holding spindle to knuckle and remove the spindle from the knuckle. You may need to use a flat chisel or brass hammer to remove the spindle assembly. On vehicles equipped with ABS sensor, remove the retaining bolt, the sensor, and place it out of the way so the sensor won't become damaged. With the spindle removed, the front axle will pull straight out of the housing. Remove the 6 bolts holding the wiper seal assembly to the back of the knuckle. Remove upper bearing cap from the knuckle. Keep track of the factory shims. You will need to reuse them. Remove 4 retaining nuts from the lower part of the knuckle that attaches the steering arm and lower bearing assembly. Lift and remove knuckle from the end of the axle tube trunnion. Using a drift and hammer, remove the upper and lower factory bearing races from the axle trunnion. Choose correct orientation of the SPC bearing race assembly and install the upper race into the axle. In this example, the thicker portion of the race is towards the front. You can see the location mark pointed to the 12 o'clock position. This will adjust the caster 3 degrees. Install the lower race 180 degrees in the opposite direction. It is important that the races are aligned exactly 180 degrees apart, otherwise binding and steering problems will occur. Install inner oil seal. Make sure the spring in the seal is positioned to the inside toward the differential. After the seal is installed, pack the inside of the seal with grease where the spring is. This will help stabilize the spring in place when installing the axle. Install the wiper seals. The felt seal is first to the inside. Next, the rubber wiper seal is installed with the ribs facing against the felt. Then install the metal reinforcing ring. Let the seals rest there for now. We will attach them later. Install the bearing into the races, making sure they are greased properly. Install knuckle onto trunnion. Install upper bearing cap and install bolts, but do not tighten. Note: add supplied shim in addition to any factory shims when installing steering arm and bearing cap. Install steering arm and lower bearing assembly to the lower part of the knuckle with the 4 retaining nuts and supplied shim. Put grease in trunnion cavity, then install CV axle. After the axle is installed, fill the rest of the cavity with grease. Tighten upper and lower bearing cap bolts. Check bearing preload per factory procedure and adjust shims as necessary. Confirm that hub assembly swings freely and does not have any bind. Tighten wiper seals. Install backing plate and spindle. Install brake rotor and hub. Install wheel bearings. Install wheel bearing adjusting nut, lock washer, and lock nut. Install dry flange gasket and dry flange. Install dust cap. Replace caliper, then tire and wheel assembly. Install alignment equipment and compensate. Verify proper camber and caster readings, set tow, and test drive.